What's going on, y'all? So listen. What's going on, y'all? We back again for another episode review of the Real Housewives of Atlanta. First of all, happy Easter. Second of all, don't look at my nose. Look at my nose, okay? I don't know what I did, and so therefore it's a scratch and it's doing this, okay? So don't worry about it. It's a little bleed. It's a little blood. Oh, so irked. I'm so irked. And then we get this episode and it really wasn't nothing, which I'm fine with. And I'm really not finna be on here this long because when I'm tired, it's all heck. And my nose, I gotta go take care of it. Girl. Anyway, so I'm not finna sit up here with this on here like this. What happened? Did I scratch it? anyway, girl, going through it. Going through it. So again, we are back for another episode of the Real Housewives of Atlanta, and honestly, at this point, cut it off. They could have gave us a day. I said, "Oh, bravo! You don't acknowledge Easter. You don't acknowledge that Jesus rose up 3 days later. You don't acknowledge that. I mean, you do for Christmas and everything, and that ain't even his birthday, girl. Let me shut up." But anyway, so this episode was pretty dull, but I was okay with it. It was pretty light. Not dull, but light. Because I guess it's like a filler episode. You know, it's Portia's birthday. She invited the girls minus Drew to come down there. And the only reason why I'm really getting on here to talk is because Angela, girlfriend, you really irked my nerves this episode. And Britt, you irked my nerves too. Listen, first of all, Kenya Moore hair care. So let me just say this. To anybody out there that's going to make a big deal about putting your truth out and exposing stuff, and this is no shade, and you had all of the time in the world to do it, and then you know it's not going to be a live video, it's pre-recorded or whatever, you could have really just went on ahead and uploaded it and set it to be premiering on schedule on YouTube. I'm going to give her a pass for that. Because obviously she haven't been using her YouTube channel that much, so she probably didn't know that she could do that. But you know, she was a little delayed, and when I seen the video finally, I saw it earlier this morning, and I was like, it was supposed to come out on Friday, but it came out on Saturday. But I saw it today, and oh my god, my nose, y'all. I feel so self-conscious. Anyway, yeah, all I'm gonna say is, all I got out of that is a lot of stuff that we already been saying. A lot of stuff that was saying on the TV and what was on Twitter, or whatever. Like she said, like people was bringing up the fact that, oh, you and your feelings about her saying that she keeps a pistol on her, but yeah, was talking about you got something for Phaedra and all that stuff. And see, the difference was, and this ain't even me taking up for Kenya, like I knew exactly what Kenya was saying when she did it in that scene. She wasn't threatening her like that. She wasn't threatening her in the same space that she was in, and she was joking with her homeboy. That's just really what it was, okay? Meanwhile, Phaedra actually brought a goddamn taser to the reunion, and ain't nothing happened to her. So, like, I mean, one actually said something, one actually brought it. So it's like, I get it on both sides how people feel. At the same time, searching the internet, what site did you go to go get them pictures? Not saying that I want to see, because honestly, I don't. But she said those pictures was already on, already out there on corn sites or whatever, so therefore it's not revenge corn. And yeah, I understand that, and that's not the issue right about now. Okay, yes, we could say that it's not, because it's already public, according to people. But here's the thing, again, she said she was wrong for putting it up there. She was wrong for putting that out there and making an event about that situation. Thank you, you were. And that's really all that it comes down to. You was wrong for that. You was wrong for it. Okay? And honestly, I feel like still both of them should have. I don't feel like Kenya should have got kicked off the show. I feel as though Kenya should have been put on pause. At this point in time, it looks like she is not coming back to the Real Housewives franchise. She's in the Nene boat at this point. It's probably going to be probably a couple of years if she do come back, but she's not coming back immediately. She said she got disinvited from the reunion. I feel like that's messed up. She should be able to come and speak her piece as well. You know what I'm saying? We need to get all sides of the story. Even if you don't want to put them on the same couch together, have Britt leaves when Kenya come out or whatever and all this stuff. Either way, at the end of the day, Britt, there's nothing that you can say that's going to convince a lot of us that you had a real issue with Kenya and Kenya had a real issue with you. To this point and to this day, I just don't understand it. None of us understand it. We don't get it. And you played the reality TV game wrong. I don't know if you tried to come on here to be a villain or to go at the head bitch in charge that you thought was in charge in your mind. One of the veterans on the show for right now. I don't know what it was that you thought, but it backfired because it's not working. And this goes to show that you played your hand way too quick. You played your hand way too quick. And what's messed up about it is you could have had the potential to have a lot of people like you, for real, for you. Okay. We don't know much about you. What is this, episode 7 or something like that? We don't know much about you. We know about Shamia, maybe because she already been on the show. Hell, we even know a lot about Kelly. She just got on the show just like you. We know a lot about her. We know about Angela for the most part. We know about her husband. We know about her family life. The husband and the mama don't get along with the sisters and all that stuff. The daughter getting married behind her back and all of this other stuff, okay? We know about that. Outside of you and your husband and your this so-called situation with we don't know this about you. All right? Your storyline has been so heavily focused and you made it about somebody else. And that's not how you're supposed to do it when you come on these shows, okay? You're supposed to put your foot down and make it memorable in the sense that people want to see you again. Now, if people do want to see you, they want to see you because you messy. You messy and I don't know, something wrong with you or whatever, because you have this victim mentality that's going on and I just don't understand it. You want to be a perpetual victim so bad. Now you're mad at Angela. You thinking that Angela was trying to comfort you. You thinking that she's not a girl's girl. No, you're not a girl's girl. Okay? You're not a girl's girl. I don't know what the hell you are. You're a chameleon. I don't know. Like I just don't get it. And you know who and I'm looking at this episode and when she was telling, I think Drew that about it or something, she really wasn't here, Drew or Kelly, one of those. She was just talking about the fact that she really wasn't here for Angela at this moment because she thought that she was somebody that she could trust. She thought that she was this and all this stuff, whatever. And now Angela is this big, bad, terrible person to you for what? Just because she said, what happened for you to get your license, taken away? She asked a logical question and she didn't ask it with an attitude. She wasn't accusing you or nothing. She just asked the damn question that we all wanted to know. Like, girl, what? And you took hell of offense to that? Only people that take offense to stuff like that are a logical question with no malice behind it just because they want clarification on things. Because, I mean, you're the one that's putting it out there. That means that you got something to hide and that you lying. You lying. And somebody called you out about it. That's just basically it. You feel like somebody called you out about it. That's just what it's given, okay? You lied. You're a liar. And that's just really what it is. And I need you to step in and own it. Kenya owned her fact that she fucked up, okay? I need you to own the fact that you keep fucking up. I just need you to own that, for real. And you know who she reminds me of? And I said this on Twitter, and it just popped up in my mind earlier while I was looking at the episode. And mind you, because they kind of look the same too with the whole cheekbones and all that. She reminds me of Tamar, through and through. You can feel how you want to feel, but baby, as somebody who actually was cool with that lady and know how she works, the inner workings, yes, them two are the fucking same when it comes to wanting to be victims and, blame this person. Oh, you the reason for this. And it's never their fault. It's never really their fault. You know, people are always doing something to them. Oh, you do this, you do that. They're the fucking same. The fucking same. And I said, you know what? And I'm glad she acknowledged that nose job, because honestly, I didn't realize that she had a nose job. I honestly just thought my ears was fucked up because I was, probably a little bit under the weather at the time. And I was like, that nasally sound that coming out her mouth, but no, she had a nose job, and that's just why she sounds so nasal all the time. She literally sounds like the teacher off of Charlie Brown when she talks. That's what she sounds like. And I was like, oh, okay. You and your man, he gives very much. This is a. Do you really like him? Or do you like the things that he can give for you? Because I don't ever see you guys being affectionate with each other. Even when you are in your lowest moment, he can barely reach over there and show you any type of reaction like, damn, baby, I'm right here for you. I'm right here for you. Come over here. Come on, get this loving. No, he can't even do that. We don't see y'all hugged up. We don't see y'all hold. We don't see no. I don't see no. Let me fuck that. I don't see no chemistry between y'all. I don't see no chemistry between y'all. I don't know if you playing his beard or whatever, and he just bag you gifts to keep you there. I don't know what it is, and if that's the arrangement you have, that's fine with me. Okay, because listen, I'm out here for everything. Okay, do what you got to do to get back, but at the same time, don't play us. Okay, do not play don't play with me. He threw her, I mean, he got her a car. Hey, you getting something out the deal. I don't even think they fucking. And talking about something they want a baby, bitch. Oh, okay. Okay, you gotta have sex to do that. Or in vitro or something. Like, all right. All right. Moving on from that, Portia, like I said, she invited all the girls, including some of her other friends, her, I guess, real friends. They're going to Nashville. My whole thing about this is, Angela, you're wrong in this whole episode. And I need you to understand that. And yeah, I'm glad that you acknowledged your nose job too. And she said that it was a messed up one as well because, it was a little bit too pinched. That's why it looked the way that it looks. And she said she had got suggested to do Botox to kind of like fill out her face to make the nose job look a little bit, I guess, right. But she said just puff up her face. I mean, it ain't bad. You could tell that it's a job, but it ain't that distracting. You know what I'm saying? It ain't horrible, but whatever. It fits her though. But here's my thing. If somebody is inviting you on a trip, you don't invite anybody else. If they don't explicitly say you guys are invited and you can invite a +1, you don't do it. You don't take it upon yourself to invite somebody else. I need the girls on all of these, I need the people in general on all these reality shows to understand that we need reality. And reality is everybody's not going to be invited because everybody don't fuck with everybody. Okay? And you have to be okay with that. You have to be a fucking grown adult and realize that if this person said that they don't want to be with this person and it's their trip, it's okay for that to happen. We ain't got to be up here trying to be peacemaker and all that stuff because all it's going to do is cause more drama and then it's going to cause people to turn on you. Case in point, Angela, that's what's going on with you right about now, okay? Britt, you want to throw out there this whole thing about her possibly having, Charles having a baby on her. I already said that. Okay, you're late. But, that's the tea that you got. Baby, I want you to be quiet before the people pull up the tea on your husband. Listen, I just want you to do that. Be quiet before they pull up the tea on your husband because they already digging in your ass, all right? She sat down with Drew. First of all, she did have a little meeting with Drew. Drew said, bitch, did you ever do it? Now listen, I give it to Drew. You ain't getting mad at Drew for asking you that question. She said, nah, girl, I ain't never fuck on camera like that or whatever. We just did a little webcam. Me and my homegirl, we was naked, made a whole bunch of money in a couple of weeks or whatever. And that's it. I mean, all right. OnlyFans still out there, so hey, they do the same thing. Before OnlyFans, it was webcams, the cam girls, okay. And I was like, hey, it is what it is. You said show me your titties. I don't believe that's all you did, but all right, you owned it, okay. Because honestly, you did it. What's there to be ashamed of? Well, obviously you are so. Because you tried to have it scrubbed from the internet, so you say. I do not believe she tried to have that shit scrubbed. I believe she was just talking out her ass. And then this whole thing when it comes to insurance stuff, when she was talking about Angela, like at the end of the day, you can't get mad because she asked this question, because she's literally in the same field, in the sense that y'all aren't agents, okay? They're even if they're not in the same field, before you get your license revoked from anything, or you even get fired from anything, sometimes for the most part, you get a warning, a spoken warning in some situations. You get a written warning, and then you probably get like a suspension or something like that. But then you're dealing with people money, you're dealing with insurance and all that stuff. So yes, it's going to be an investigation first, and it's not going to be because rumors are coming out about you sucking dick or whatever, because they suck dick too. Not me, but them. 9 out of 10. Okay, they suck dick and eat puss too. Okay, so there's that. And obviously they had to look into something, or had to already been looking into you, because possibly it could have been some discrepancies that was already going on prior to this freaking rumor that went out. Okay. And the rumor wasn't even out that long for them to even say, oh bitch, you're fired, or oh bitch, we finna investigate. No, girl, stop that. Stop that. You just using this as an excuse, okay? Nobody's buying it. Meanwhile, let's get back on, Angela. Well, before that, Ralph and Drew, he's a bitch, okay? Like, let's be clear. Drew look like the type that'll get on your nerves for real, okay? Honestly. But do I feel like she deserved the shit that's coming out of from Ralph? Absolutely not. No. Ralph, let me tell you something. You've been showing who the hell you are. You talk about, so don't read stuff on the blogs. Regardless of what they put out there on the blogs and in the news, you just don't know. No, we know who the hell you are. You show us who you were on that first episode that y'all came onto the show. When you got mad at her and you left for Tampa for 3 days and didn't say nothing. When you got mad at her and said you don't deserve lobster, you deserve a Lunchable. Are you serious, sir? We know exactly what the fuck you are and who you are and how you roll. So that's why a lot of us not on your side. And the fact that, what are you hiding? If you saying that you're paying for everything and you got the means to do so, why can't you pull up your financial records and give them to the people? Okay, so that we can get this divorce finalized. Eventually, you don't want to get put out the house, okay, because you said that you pay for the house, all right. But at the end of the day, when a divorce is finalized, I won't be surprised if both y'all asses got to get up out that house and go get something else. One of y'all gonna have to get the fuck up out the house. And I like since you got the money, why don't you go ahead and get you an apartment? Okay, so that you can go ahead and do all that you can. Now, Drew been up here trying to spare this man, and he's so goddamn cocky and arrogant. And she was like, she don't want the divorce records to be unsealed because it's going to be bad for him. Putting it out there, all the shit that he has done. The cheating and everything else, and probably some other fraudulent stuff. Okay? But yet, he's okay with it being unsealed because that means that he'll get to stay up in the house. Now, that lady that was his lawyer, girlfriend, I don't understand how you can be somebody's lawyer that's like that. Like, what? See, this is why I can't be in certain field, because the morality in me, sometimes it be lacking. I ain't even gonna sit here and hold you. Sometimes that shit be lacking. I be like, bitch, I don't give a shit, okay? But sometimes it'll kick in. And when my morality kick in, I be like, no, I don't understand how can you defend something like this? I couldn't be a lawyer. I couldn't, because I'd be like, what? And damn sure couldn't be no public defender when I know the motherfuckers are dead wrong. Oh, you killed that person. You did that. And you want me to sit here and convince them to not give you time when you need to be up in there? Absolutely not. Okay. But Ralph, he really antagonizes and provokes Drew. Okay. And he's such a little bitch. He really is a bitch. And he loves this attention. That's why he's doing a lot of this. Okay. And so her and Drew was out there in Atlanta celebrating, I guess, the record, her album and all that stuff, or her being signed to some little record company. I never heard of it. It's independent, I'm pretty sure. That's no shade to the record label or whatever, but she was like, yeah, I'm out here celebrating and all this stuff. Who she celebrate? You got a whole section to yourself and your sister. You ain't got no friends out there, no real friends that you can call up and be like, hey sis, hey bro, come on down here, let's celebrate. I just got in. Ooh, let's pop some bottles and all that shit. No, you just had to have Allison. Y'all are like two aunties in the club. For real. Two aunties in the club. Girl, what? Well, you from the west side, ain't you? Southside freak. Come on now. Come on. Come on. Bitch, if you from Chicago, you know. You know. Bitch, Southside all day, every day, okay? Fuck the West Side. Somebody in there finna be cussing my ass out. I said what I said. It is literally, let me tell you something. When y'all come to Chicago, y'all gotta go and see. First of all, I'm gonna be real honest with you. Both sides got good parts and both sides got bad parts. But bitch, you go over there to the west side, it looks like a fucking foreign land. I'm like, girl, who and what are these streets names? Okay, I'll be like, get me out of here. When did I get on a plane and fly to a whole nother country? What? We just drove down here. It's like that. I be so lost. But anyway, yeah. And then on the phone with Dennis. What's up, bro? We did it, bro. I said, put that goddamn phone down, Drew. This is why Portia don't fuck with you. But at the same time, I really feel like this is all for a storyline, and she doing this on purpose to, just to make that girl. Drew don't give a fuck. And let me get back on Angela, because I'm not through with you, girlfriend. How dare you invite somebody else to a party, to a trip or whatever, that is given by someone that don't even like them. Throughout this whole thing, people been asking, so you made up with you and Drew talk about Portia, whatever. Okay, cool. Portia said, no, I'm done with the situation. It is what it is, okay? She gonna do her thing, I'm gonna do her thing, my thing. Angela, just because you like somebody said that they could be cordial with this and cordial with that, yeah, I can be cordial with somebody popping up in a space that I'm not giving. That's the fucking difference, Angela. This is Portia's trip, right? So therefore, and she's celebrating her birthday. She want to go down to Nashville and she ain't want to worry about nobody that she don't give a fuck about being in her space or whatever, that she got to tiptoe across or she got to actively ignore or whatever as if they're not there and even though she can see them. Bitch, she has all the right in the world to say, no, I don't want her at my trip. I don't want her here for my birthday because it's her birthday and I will give it to Portia. It is about her because it's her birthday. It's her trip and she invited the people that she wanted to invite. You do not take it upon yourself just because you want peace and because Drew is your friend to, peace is already had. Ain't nobody fighting. They ain't talking. You just got here. Why do it care so much about whether or not Drew and Portia getting along and they kiki all together? No, bitch, mind your goddamn business. Okay? Mind your business. Let me tell you something. The shit that you would have pulled, you would have had your ass back on the flight with Drew. If Drew pops up, which she will, y'all would have been flying back to Atlanta by yourselves, with each other on the same flight because y'all would have been kicking it in Nashville with somebody else because you wouldn't be in the place that I'm sitting in. Okay? You just wouldn't be doing that. Absolutely the freak not. No, ma'am. Okay? It's one thing that you missed your flight already because you out here being messy. You being fucking messy and therefore you missed your original flight. You had to come a little bit later. And then you get there, you telling her that, Drew showing up. I did invite Drew because when we was on the call, you didn't necessarily say, bitch, she shouldn't have to explicitly say, don't invite Drew. She didn't invite Drew. She already said that she wasn't inviting Drew. And she did not put out there that she said anybody can invite a +1. Because then the girls would have invited somebody. Why would you do that? I can see if this was a whole cast trip that was specifically about the cast. I can understand that. And even then, okay, whatever. But This is literally her birthday trip that she's bringing the people that she enjoys and who thoroughly enjoys her, right? So therefore, and she's looking for less drama. And so you take it upon yourself to invite somebody that you already know that she does not like at the moment. And the girl don't like her either at this point. So what? I understand trying to keep the peace and all that stuff, but sometimes, bitch, we just need to mind our own goddamn business and have fun with what's going on right before us. Okay? Then, Drew, let me get on you for a second. Because you are showing up next week at the Nashville trip. Why would you feel comfortable enough to actually come to somebody's trip that you don't, who don't even fuck with you, who literally just have an issue with you playing around with her baby daddy and all that stuff? Like, girl, I would not be comfortable staying in the home with somebody that don't even want to look my direction. And it's their trip. At least go stay in a hotel, bitch. That's the least your ass could do. Because you'll be sleeping on a couch. And absolutely not. You know what? You won't be sleeping on no motherfucking couch. Soon as you step foot in, I'll be like, Angela and you, take your homegirl. Y'all go ahead and go to the airport and get the fuck out. Okay? Y'all can do whatever the hell it is that you want, but y'all gonna have to get the hell up out of here. That's just me. That's just me. Because I want to be happy on my birthday. I want to be drunker than that thing on my birthday. I want to get fucked out on my birthday. That's what I want to do. Okay? I don't want to be arguing with nobody unless we play arguing that turns into a whole bunch of laughter because we arguing over something real silly. Okay? I don't want no drama or nothing like that. But then you want to bring this girl, Angela. And then you want to confessions like, she did. Girl, you wrong. Okay, you wrong. Ain't no ifs and about it. And then gonna sit there and say, well, explain it to me like I'm 5. You the oldest there. You're the oldest there. Is menopause kicking your ass that bad? Bitch. Let me not talk about menopause. I know I'm not at menopause, but part of the reason why I'm just fucked up and just like, cause this cycle, like, girl, it ain't even heavy. It's just a cramps, bitch. Just been fucking with my insides so bad that it feel like a goddamn soccer, football, baseball, basketball, and a fucking rock concert been going on inside my body. This bitch, and I'm so tired of it. Girl, it just don't make no sense. But yeah, girl, you was wrong. And that's simply all that it is to it. You know, that's all I gotta say about this. Anything else? Kelly and that dog, I ain't mad at it. I am not mad at it, because let me tell you something. I'm gonna be real with y'all. And I don't know if this is a sign, because like the dogs have been popping up on my For You pages, on Instagram, on TikTok. Every time I look at something, somebody got a little dog, and then you got Kelly bringing her dog, and you know she got the dog all. Baby, who stole her dog and tried to sell it on Craigslist? I bet you she had to pay to get it back. That's so fucked up. That's just like what they did with Lady Gaga dog. That was so messed up. But you know, I'm not mad at Kelly and her dog and her you know, doing all that stuff, the color in the hair and everything. That's cute to me. That's cute to me because, listen, I want a dog so bad. I have dog mom fever right now. Y'all got baby fever. I got dog mom fever. Like, I'm literally been for the past couple of weeks kind of like weighing my options, like the pros and the cons. And my whole thing that like keeping me back is that I live alone. Yeah, and I don't want my boo-boo up in here, you know, by themselves for 8 hours while I'm at work. No, and I ain't finna go, and I ain't got, you know, and then that's when it means when I need to go ahead and get the car, because then you're like, I can't be going on taking you in the Uber just to go take you to the groomers, take you to doggy daycare, you know, because some people probably don't like you put your pets up in the goddamn car or whatever. But I do want a small dog, you know, a little companion. Baby, I will spoil the shit out of that. Girl, they'll be so goddamn spoiled. You just don't know. Y'all spoil y'all kids, girl. I'm going to be spoiling my dog, okay? I'll let y'all know the update if I get it. But I really want one. But anyway, you guys, I hope y'all had a good holiday. He has risen. He finna go back to sleep. He is tagged. Y'all got the smoke up in there. It's 4:20 today. I know his eyes is just like, God damn, this is a lot, you know. He need to take a break because y'all doing a lot. Y'all got the atmosphere just smoky as shit. But yeah, you guys enjoy your week. I hope you have a beautiful start to it. And I will see you guys later. Peace.